3 years ago, my dog Max disappeared. We searched everywhere, streets, shelters, online groups, but found nothing. We thought he was gone forever. Flyers were posted, social media alerts shared, neighbors joined the search, and even strangers helped at night with flashlights. But days turned into weeks, weeks into months, and slowly, hope began to fade. Max seemed lost to us, and the thought of never seeing him again became a painful reality. Life went on. I changed jobs, moved to a slightly bigger house, and tried not to think about him every day. Yet every quiet evening, I found myself looking out the window, imagining Max running through the streets somewhere, alone. Then, one quiet Thursday evening, a knock at my door shook everything. Believed. A man I had never seen stood outside. Nervous, yet calm, he asked, "Are you the one who lost a dog named Max 3 years ago?" My heart skipped a beat. He explained he was a delivery driver on a new route outside the city. While driving through a rural area, he repeatedly noticed a dog near an old farmhouse. The dog wore a red collar with a faded metal tag. Curious, he stopped and checked it. It had Max's name and my old phone number. Somehow, Max had stayed nearby all those years, waiting for help. The next morning, we drove together to the location he described, almost an hour outside the city, past cornfields and narrow winding roads. As we approached the farmhouse, a golden shape appeared running toward the road. It was Max. He recognized me immediately, barking excitedly and wagging his tail like crazy. Tears filled my eyes as I knelt to hug him. He licked my face as if nothing had changed. Yet everything had. 3 years apart. Yet he remembered every detail. The man who found Max stayed for a while, smiling as he watched our reunion. He told me he had made dozens of stops that week, but something about Max made him curious. If he hadn't driven that route that day, I would never have seen him again. Sometimes life works in mysterious ways. Years of loss turned into a single unbelievable moment. The kindness of a stranger, the loyalty of a dog, and the power of hope created a story that still feels impossible every time I tell it. Max now sleeps at the foot of my bed every night, unaware of how close he came to being lost forever. And I've learned something powerful. Sometimes, hope isn't lost even when everything seems impossible. Even after 3 long years, the bond we shared never broke. And now, every time I see him wagging his tail, I'm reminded that life can surprise you in ways you never imagined. That stranger's decision to stop and check that tag changed everything. In a world that can feel so unpredictable, Max's story is proof that sometimes, the most unbelievable moments are also the most beautiful.